Okay, hello say welcome to Scrap Mechanic. Hello everybody, welcome back to this episode of How It's Made. Hey everybody, thanks for joining me back again today. On this episode, we're going to look at the amazing Kgamer 64's Scrap Mechanic. Now, first to create Scrap Mechanic, we grab the game developer and we squish him down into a squishy yellow pulp. And then we get that pulp and we put it in a box and we shake that box. And then the box is shipped off to Kieran's house, where he looks at it and comes in it. He comes in the box. And then it starts to gain a bad smell. So he throws it out and he gets out his microphone and he starts recording the latest episode of Scrap Mechanic. So this episode of Scrap Mechanic is going to be a little bit different. Today, you get to see under the hood of Scrap Mechanic. You get to see how me and my co-worker man, James Cameron, helps me make these movies. You get in-depth interviews with our 50 CGI artists who work daily to craft the beautiful images of Scrap Mechanic.
From the sublime to the ridiculous. From
the space episodes
to the amazing work they did on
the funeral special episode.
You get to see me live in the writing room full of writers for the show. Well, okay, not really. It's just me alone in my underwear most of the time, normally covered in like tomato sauce and stuff from eating pizza. But you know what? Maybe the fact that I make this show all by myself is the reason it's so wholesome. It's so open to anyone to watch. It's I'm the devil. It's so damn popular. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's not any of those things. But I like making it. But you're probably thinking to yourself, Kieran, I see all sorts of interesting and amazing shots that it's impossible that one person could do all of this. Well, guess what? I'm amazing. I'm the best. Hello. Like, Kieran, what about all those scenes with multiple characters on screen? How would you do that? Do you get someone in? They play on a different account? No, I play on both accounts. You're probably thinking, Kieran, why don't you just call up one of your friends and ask them to do like 5 minutes of work? I have friends. It's just that they're all busy right now, so I can't. And I forgot their phone numbers in there, and a couple of them moved, and they don't know how to work a keyboard. They don't have any hands, most of my friends, so I do it myself, basically. I'll normally either be playing with 2 keyboards, where I'm like reaching over and pressing WASD on both of them. Or if something's a camera, I'll use pistons and servos to set up a kind of camera mount, and then I just kind of hit one button to make the camera mount go, and then with the other keyboard, I control the second character. But then, Kieran, how do you have like 8 characters on screen at once? That's not physically possible. You have 8 keyboards? No, I just use masks or a set of green screens to kind of merge them all into one place. But then it gets even more complex if you want to use a moving camera shot. Because obviously if I want to cut these guys out, they have to all be in literally the same place exactly. Otherwise, you know, things won't work. So with those, I normally have a preset camera that's going to do literally the exact same thing every time I press the button. So then we just run the camera once with one character doing its bits, and then we run it again with the second character until we have every character on screen that we need. This is mostly done when I have the aliens on screen, and then we cut them all up, blip, 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 and you stick it all together, and you create all the masks, and kabam, look at that. Oh my god, it's so fluid, they're all on screen together. Now, one of the simplest parts of Scrap Mechanic, surprisingly, is the devil. There's a lot of strange humanoid stuff in Scrap Mechanic, just because of the limitations of the game and my ability to animate. A lot of the stuff like the devil and anything that you see or that's real life merged into the game, I would have done in animation if I wasn't such a fucking shit animator. You would think, Kieran, you just need to try. You just need to put your heart into it, okay? And you just, no, okay? I had an animation channel, it had loads of subscribers, it was just sucked. I just can't animate. I'm terrible, okay? By the way, just a side note, Nerdcube never noticed my Nerdcube animated channel. I worked on it for 7 months, and he never spoke to me once, and it broke my little heart. I was only like 14 at the time, and I was like, God fucking damn it. But normally, when I have to put the devil into a scene, it's just me behind a green screen, and even the red stuff that's all over my body is actually just kids' red paint, like non-toxic red paint, because I don't have body paint or anything. So I just kind of lather myself in it, and the eyebrows and the goatee that's sometimes there, he shaves it off, okay? That's the law. It's not that I forgot to put it on the second time I filmed as the devil. He took a shave in between episodes, okay? Still though, it takes unbelievably long to put him into a scene, mostly because, you know, anything that he stood behind has to be cut out, so, you know, he doesn't clip through it. And in order to allow me to kind of like zoom without actually having to have a constant zoom on the camera that equals up with the game, I just filmed the whole thing in 4K so that I can zoom up, you know, afterwards, and it still stays the same resolution. And then there's a lot of the kind of more fun stuff that you don't really pick up while you're watching the episode how it's done, but such as the truck that sinks into the ground and, you know, goes to hell. That was actually an entirely... It was basically a recreation of the KKK building, but all with a big green screen that then opened up with a big hole at the bottom that, that the truck would fall into. And obviously, you can't open up into the ground in Scrap Mechanics, you just can't dig down. So I had to raise the entire KKK building, like 15 blocks up, and then create a... Okay, it sounds overly complicated, and it was, but it made a cool effect in the end. But yeah, it runs over the green screen and falls in, and then you green screen it all out, and because it's filmed from the same perspective at the same point as it was filmed on the ground, you just put it over the top, and whoa, look at that! You add some fire effects, and it looks like it's going into the ground. How clever! And then, one of the simpler parts of Scrap Mechanic that I deliberately made simple was Furball. I wanted Furball to be really easy to drop into a scene, and because I'm an idiot, I made it more complex since I created him. But essentially, all that Furball is this drawing. Well, it's not really a drawing. It's an image of, like, I don't know what it is. I think it's like a prosthetic tail for like bunny rabbits that maybe were born without a tail or something. I don't fucking know what it is. But I thought it looked like a Furball that a cat would spit up if, like, you know, you cleaned it and, you know, brushed its hair a little bit. I thought this is what it looked like. And then over the top of that is just the eyes. And I just moved those around in the editing thing. I don't know, I tried to make them really simple. And the mouth is just this image. It's just an oval. It's just a picture of a black oval. And I just, whenever he talks at a high enough octane to where your mouth would be all the way open, I just put it in there. The original intention of Furball was to just have a side character that I could just do a voice for when I'm recording randomly, and he would just appear with, like, I just blur out the game footage and just put him over, like he's, you know, he's kind of in my head or he's kind of behind me, you know? But then I was like, oh, I'm Kieran, I have to be cinematic, so I'm gonna fucking put him in the scene, and now he has to walk, and there's lighting effects on him, he has a shadow now. It's fucking BS, dude. I set myself up with all this fucking extra work. It's unneeded, and everyone expects it, because that's Furball's a part of the real world now. Welcome to Scrap Mechanic. I think that's about... I really need to take a shit. I'm gonna do the intro after I shit. Hold on. Okay, I am back from shitting. Anyway, guys, make sure that you like the video, you comment, you go to my Patreon and give me money for free. Make sure you donate to my PayPal. Pay a couple of my taxes. Maybe you could come in, do some editing work for me. Make sure, birth me a child. That too. That would really work out. Go and buy my stupid fucking merch. It's a cheap white t-shirt made from Primark, but it says Kgamer on it. It's 55 quid. Pick yourself up one now.